ठीक है, तो आज we will going to talk about ref as a prop in React 19. So that is a upgrade, or we can say improvements in React 19, ठीक है, which they have provided. So earlier what we used to do is that we had to use forward ref, okay, to pass. So let's say we have two components A and B, right? If we want to pass a ref from A component to B component, we have to use forward ref, right? Now they have eliminated the forward ref function itself, and we just have to pass ref directly to a child component, which is very easy. So as you can see, we are directly getting the ref in my input component, and then we are directly using it. Okay, and they have also said that they will remove the forward ref in near future. Okay, in future versions we will deprecate and remove forward ref. Okay, so let us try how they have, uh, even if it is implemented or not. Let's see after, let's see by implementing it. So this is the next project that I've created for that. Okay, nsrc slash app, ठीक है. Over here we write server side components, and apart from this folder, everything is a client component, client side. Okay, okay. So let us first create a, let's say, so I have created this components folder outside src and app so that I can use client side components. One thing to note that is that this useref, use state, all these hooks will be used inside only client side components and not server side components. Okay, I'll also show that what kind of error you will get if you do that. Okay, so let me uh, parent input tsx. Okay, so I'm, for the ease of work, I'll be using uh, I'll be a little bit using this Copilot just to create a basic component. We will be using the rest of the functionality by ourselves. Okay. And I'll also recommend you to start using this Copilot. This is very good. I mean, if you know how to use it, then I'll definitely ask you to go ahead with this because it will ease up your work. Okay. Uh, so let us first create a input ref equals to useref and this, and here in the child component I'll just simply export it, okay, and since this is a tx, I have to create a interface. Okay, and here, so this is done from our side. Okay, and let's go in the parent component. uh, this is parent. I'm gonna create a button, okay, so that we can trigger an action on click, anonymous function inside of it, alert input ref dot current dot value. Oops. And here I'm gonna say child input. Okay, and obviously we have to pass input ref uh, and here we'll be using that ref which we have passed from the parent component. Okay, so if you see, we have this parent component which I have created. Okay, now here we have created one ref. Okay, and then what we are doing is we are simply passing that ref, this ref, to the child input component. In the child input component, we have this interface which says that input ref is the prop that we will be getting from the parent component, and this input ref is typically a ref which we are using then in child component. Okay, so simple thing, nothing very serious. Okay, whenever we will be typing anything, whenever we will be focusing this input element, we will be able to access this input element via this ref, okay, which we have to access in parent component. Okay, so that's the whole idea of using it. Okay, and from the button itself, let me name the button access. Okay, from the button component, I'll be accessing this child input component. Okay, so whenever I click on it, the value will be the alert will be given with respect to the value. Okay, now we have to use this parent input. We have to render this parent input. Now in Next.js, as I said, we have this src app folder, okay, where the page.tsx gets rendered. But I have created this use API folder inside this src app. Now, if you know the routing inside the Next.js, it is folder based, right? And I'll simply create a page.tsx. So the route will be use API slash, that's it. So whatever is my localhost, then port, and then slash use API. That's how routing works in Next.js. Okay. And page is like an index file which will be rendered automatically. Okay. So again, I'll use Copilot. Okay, I'll use Copilot to create a basic component since I don't want to write the boilerplate for it. Okay, and from the parent input, I'll simply export it. I don't want to use default or anything. So parent input, I'm gonna, yeah, all right. Okay, now let us try. Let us go here, and I'm gonna say, let me just npm run dev. Okay, this is working. This is our localhost, which is localhost 3000, and the route is use API. Okay, okay, great. Now we have got this error. What this error is saying that you are importing a component that needs useref. Okay, that is perfectly fine. We are using useref. This React hook only works in client component. Okay, now what next is saying that this page.tsx where we are using this parent input component, it is a server side component. Okay, and in server side component we cannot use any client hooks, client side hooks like useref, useState, useEffect, anything like that, right? So what we have to do is that we have either, what the first thing is that we can get rid of it. We can simply say hello world. Okay, and see hello world is printed. Okay, so because we are not using any client side APIs. But if we have to use this parent input, all we have to do is we have to use this one derivative called use client in the parent input, in the client side component. Okay, in the parent input I'm using this use client, so that this error will be gone, because we have provided that the component, hey, next, this component that we are using is a client side component. Okay, so I should be allowed to use this useref for whatever hooks that I'm calling. Okay, now let us try to access this ref using this component that we have created. So as you can see, we have this parent input component, the button we have created, and the input within the child component. Okay, so let me say hello and click on access. uh, yeah, see, it says hello. Okay, And if I say hello Ashish, then it says hello Ashish. So yes, without forward ref, we can use ref. We can typically directly pass ref from parent component to child component, which is also very easy. Okay. Now we do not have to use forward ref. We do not have to use forward ref function. We don't have to make this complex. Okay. By just passing the prof from one component to another. So that is one of the improvement in React 19. We will definitely be going to discuss many of the improvements, many of the new features in React 19 and 18. Okay, but this is one of them. So yeah, let's settle this. Please put down any comments if I missed anything within this topic, and see you in the next video.